Blessings. Shunnu Kiatarana. Hi, beloveds. So, I am going to talk about the beautiful month of April and actually the incredible Pluto in Aquarius that is just started, a very, very strong life-changing period in our ascension, in our inner growth, on our spiritual path. So, as we are in the end of March, entering April, there's huge, huge themes coming in, and I'm gonna talk about them so you can have those that resonates with you in the background, and maybe I'm gonna check the comments here, and maybe and hopefully they can assist you. And in the end, we will do an activation also that will assist these energies. Okay, so we are in Pluto in Aquarius, which has been a very, 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 very long time since that has been. And that means that that strong creative energy that already have moved into our field is getting even stronger. So there will be a lot of sense of like wanting to do a lot, like really wanting to do a lot, doing so many things, and that creative energy is a little bit scattered and so intense that we easily will get a little bit distracted. So what we need to bring in now in this huge creative energy, which also really pulls us into these different directions, is actually to bring in some organization. And this energy is also inviting us to create new systems. And creating new systems is something that is huger than only organizing your creative energy. It's actually one of the main themes the next coming 6 months, and actually all the way to a 20-year cycle. So, but we start with ourselves. So this creative energy really wants us, and we need to organize ourselves. Not in the old way, not in the old controlling way. So now the organization within us and in our life is gonna be from a much more upgraded state and a more ascended state, which means that you are gonna need to really sit with like, okay, so how can I really create the most fluid but organized systems in my life, right? So it's still having that beautiful flowing divine feminine energy that we worked so hard to bring into our lives, but anchored from our inner divine masculine, which always checks how the divine feminine changes and upgrades and needs, all the time to do different things. But like really, okay, so from here we want to do all of this. So how do we organize that? Okay, so bring that into your field, because if you feel a little bit like ooh, all over the place during April, then you just know, okay, let's see how can I plan my life. And it doesn't need to be from a controlling 3D hamster wheel way, right? Okay, and there's also really new levels of authenticity coming in. And I know this has been a theme for most of us for a long time, but now all lies need to leave the field. We cannot have anyone in our life that we feel are lying, and even we cannot stay and do some white lies because we say what other people want us to say, or we can no longer keep saying what other like just to not make them upset, or make them move on, or make them actually take responsibility and self-responsibility. So you're gonna notice also that authenticity takes new levels, not only in our lives but in those around us. So anything that has to do with unauthenticity or white lies cannot be anymore. It will affect the energy incredibly, especially for us that work so hard with our energetic field. So there cannot be. You will notice that it's an itchy feeling immediately if you try to say a white lie just to make it softer for someone else. Okay, so this is also a huge theme for this period. And I think the most beautiful, incredible thing that is coming into our field now is that we don't want any identities anymore. I mean, I have been running this huge teacher training for 3.5 years, and we have worked so much with the identities in that on that journey. And I've been working with my own identities, and I still do it. And you know me, guys, I just left the name Grow by Mia because I felt like Grow by Mia. I don't want any identity in that way. I can only have my name, and that's it. So we are moving to a huge journey and a huge new cycle that is going to be a 20-year cycle of leaving all identities. We are like so done. Like, you know me, I have a hard time actually to explain what I'm doing or who I am. Like, who am I, right? I just feel like I'm love. Can you just allow me to be love? And can I allow myself to keep changing all the time, right? So we're gonna undress and undress and undress and take off layer after layer because we want to get free. We don't want any identities. You know, owning our qualities and our gifts is another thing, but identities is really blocking us. So, you know, if this resonates with you, write it on a post-it card and put it somewhere. Know that many of the initiations now, many of the uncomfortable spaces that we're gonna get into is when we or others or the society tries to put us into an identity. And even, you know, like being a light worker, right? I also having a hard time with that because we are all light workers, right? We all are. You know, we are all healers, we're all channelers, we're all assisting in the ascension journey. There's really no separation. So it will be hard to present ourselves from any kind of identity. So this is the primary foundation work, which will bring us into the new earth. And it has really taken off now with Pluto going into the Aquarius. And this takes us also to leaving all old systems and structures. I already talked about that, but new systems in how we communicate is going to come through in this period. So we're not going to mail in the same way. We might write letters to each other instead, you know, and maybe communicating through different platforms instead of mailing. And we kind of want it faster, and also the way like currency is gonna shift, and also how we're living. So you know, with it might get, you know, cash come back. We will writing letters. We will exchange things more between each other. So new systems are already being built up within ourselves in our everyday life, in how we are planning our future, but also everything around us. So it's a very, very powerful new era that we are entering, which also really makes us we're going to be deeply pushed to leave our comfort zone over and over and over and over and over again, because really everything that we have known is going to need to be torn apart. I don't say that we're gonna go back to where it was. It's more like we're upgrading everything. We're upgrading everything, and we're actually clearing ancestral systems. So in one way, we're clearing ancestral systems, psychological systems, the way we've been loving and being separated, that's being cleared. But we're also taking systems from the ancestrals and upgrading them and making them better, so we can remove everything that separates us and move into into unity and unity consciousness and oneness. So it's really this upgraded period where like clearing, removing, taking some stuff and upgrading them. So that's also many things will be revealed from how we lived our life as a child really early and bring that back, but also from we're going to hear from our grandparents, we're going to be able to remember things from past lifetimes. All of this is just really coming in. So there is an ancestral work, but not in the same way as before. And also something beautiful is that relationships, deeper soul level relationships are becoming more available. So this means that suddenly we're going to notice that there's more people around us available for new relationships, which means that we're going to notice that, you know, we're not alone. We have people around us actually. Suddenly they're just popping up all over the place, our soul family being there. And we understand that now we can co-create. We can assist each other. I can receive assistance. I can give assistance. And there's a much higher level of accessing these relationships, these higher relationships and these soul level relationships, which is also bring the whole experience on this planet to new levels. So we're really being pushed not to keep doing what we have been doing, but really like, okay, complete that and upgrade that and release that. It's kind of like, okay, complete, take it with me, upgrade it, but that I'm releasing. So in this, I've been asked, you know, from my family of light that, okay, you have done so much healing, you've done so much clearing, so many activations, so many upgrades. Now you need to integrate this. Now you need to bring this into form, into the human experience. So that is why you know how much I love to do the activation webinars with you guys. But now every second one, every month, we're going to do this ascension teachings. So on Tuesday, I'm really excited to do this new work where we are really going to dive into new levels, subconsciously and consciously trying to find what we are hiding ourselves from and what do we fear and what can we not access, so we can move out of the comfort zone we have created. We're gonna go as deep as possible so we can together in that group field, which is really so strong, so the consciousness level always goes higher than when we are sitting by ourselves. Try to see what is hiding there consciously and subconsciously, and what is it that I need to bring forward, and how do I reprogram my whole field, my whole human being into understanding that staying in the comfort zone is actually more uncomfortable than moving out of it. So it's really when things are done, it becomes too uncomfortable to stay. So we really need to move. So the questions really that is interesting to look at is like, okay, so what do I fear? What am I hiding? And also looking at how strong is my intention, how strong, you know, how I really anchored my intention for my life at this moment. So it's a beautiful period we're entering right now, and understand that this is just the first step of a 20-year cycle, and we have been prepared for this. So, yeah, let's go in and see what the teams wants us to bring into the field. So we ask beloved God and our family of light to anchor and harmonize the group field, clear any imbalances and misqualified energies. We ask for highest protection and connection for each and every one on the highest for their individual path and for us as a group. So breathe into your heart and exhale from your heart to expand your energy field. Inhale to connect with your heart. Exhale to expand your heart vibration out to your whole auric field. Another inhale, connect with your own vibration. And exhale out to your whole field. Just visualize, feel, sense, and intend that you are in your energetic sphere and only vibrating in your heart frequency. Now, drop even deeper into the core of your heart and stay there for a little while. You can see a blue light coming in, which is divine light, which is divine truth, which is universal truth. So if you accept now, your family of light will activate so you can access in this moment more divine truth in and from your heart. There is something in your heart that you now really need to look at and really take care of. There is something there lingering that wants to come out to the light, out to authenticity, out to truth. And the first thing that comes up now, trust that. It might something that you need to complete and leave, or something that you're ready to step into and embody. Kuru ishe katanarana kuru shunuya sana. The teams bring in pink rays of the divine love, allowing pink ray of divine love to surround your heart and what you just brought into the light, into authenticity. The pink rays assist you into softening energetically your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual energy body to receive the message of what is for you in the next coming period to release, dissolve, complete, or to activate and bring into the field. Messages about your comfort zone. And now, see the golden ray coming in, assisting the divine truth, the divine love. The golden rays come in with the divine power. All of these rays, the pink, the blue, the golden, alchemizing in your heart chakra, activating, balancing, stabilizing, upgrading your threefold flame. Expand this energy out through all of your 12 energy bodies. Assisting you during this period to leave the old systems and move into the new ones in the time of Aquarius. Beautiful. Just contract all of this slowly and record it into your heart. The activation, if you said yes to receive it, is there. Know that you can return to this over and over again throughout April as assistance. Otherwise, you already have the codes. Just to seal all of this work. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Beautiful beloveds, I hope to see you on Tuesday. I'm so excited for that work. My guides are like, we need some ascension teachings also in between all the activations and healings and upgrades so we can really birth it out into physical manifestation. I will put the link in the text, and have a magical ending of this month and a magical, better start of April. I love you all. Blessings.